How is student life continuing to engage with students in this remote environment?
Well, we're still having a lot of virtual events, but we're also mindful of Zoom fatigue. We know that students are having virtual classes, and then we're offering as many things as possible also on Zoom. So for example, this week we had an event where people could become deputies for voting. We had a trivia event on Kahoot for Hispanic Heritage Month. We have Spirit Day on Wednesdays. So there are a lot of events going on, and student organizations are having meetings virtually. So we're doing the best that we can right now, but we want students to be involved even though they are at home. It's really important to join in, to make sure that you are fully engaged.
Hey SPC, my name is Alexa and welcome to another episode of The Connect, where we focus on sharing resources to empower students during their journey to success. Today's guest joins us from the Department of Student Life. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself, let us know what you do at SPC, and tell us if you are a morning person or a night owl?
Hi, I am Angela McPherson Williams, also known as Dr. Mac, and I'm the Director of Student Success in the Department of Student Life at St. Philip's College. It's in the Turbin Student Center. And what I do basically is to help students find their way at St. Philip's in terms of engagement and leadership opportunities, and I am definitely a morning person.
At SPC, there's plenty of ways for students to build their network through clubs and organizations and various activities. Dr. Mack, can you talk a little bit about what those opportunities are?
Okay, every week I send out an email called Student Life Announcements. Often I may send out 2 or 3 a week. There's so much information to share, but I don't want to have one long email with 10 events on there. One event that is coming up is Embody, and this is our 10th anniversary. It is a conference for men of color, but all men are invited. For this conference, we are inviting everyone in the community because it's a celebration of 10 years. We also have several scholarships for a video contest. The video cannot be longer than 2 minutes long, but you can go on our website, alamo.edu/spc/embody. Embody stands for Empowering Males to Build Opportunities for Developing Independence. We also have a conference coming up. So this is another conference, and it's called the College Student Leadership Conference, and it is part of the district. So not only will there be students there from all of the 5 Alamo colleges, but students throughout the state. So it's a great opportunity to find out what other colleges are doing, to meet more people, to ask them about different clubs that they have on their campus so that they can also be engaged. But if students reply to my email, then I can send them in any direction that they want to go, whether it's starting a new organization, whether it is joining a specific club, whether it's getting on Alamo Experience or learning more about experiential learning.
And so what are some of the benefits that students gain when they are involved in student life?
There are so many. First of all, we're really trying to get all of our students to learn more about experiential learning. And that is really hands-on learning outside the classroom. So for example, if you are a culinary major and the cowboy breakfast is coming up and your professor takes you there and you're cooking and you're serving and you're cleaning up, that is experiential learning. We then ask that you go on Alamo Experience and log in that experience because it's going to go on your experience transcript. We know that when students are trying to get an internship, a fellowship, a scholarship, or a job, that they may pull out their resume, they pull out their academic transcript, but now we are inviting them and encouraging them to also have their experience transcript. that can put them head and shoulders above other students because it shows how engaged they are on campus. Another thing about experiential learning is you may say, oh, I want to be a nurse, I want to help people. And then they take you to the hospital and you see something that you never expected to see. And then all of a sudden, you know, this is not the career for me. So experiential learning can either help you to affirm your major, or it can help you to say, maybe I should take another look. We have Alamo Experience, which has morphed. It started out as Org Sync, then it became Alamo Sync, and now it's Alamo Experience, and it has improved along the way. But we want students to go on Alamo Experience. It is so easy to do. You get on ACES, you click student, and then you scroll down and you will see Alamo Experience. So you're already almost there. Once you get on, you can see the student organizations, you can see our events. Right now we have voting for Student Government Association. So we just sent out the link for Alamo Experience and the entire student body can vote. So there are a number of advantages to getting engaged and getting involved. If students have never had a job before, I believe that one of the best jobs they can get on campus is as a work study in our department, because they will learn how to plan events and set them up and implement and tear them down, and then also to evaluate them at the end so that they will be better. They will learn how to manage people. It's hard to police your peers, but they will basically help students in the student center. And if they have their feet on the furniture or something like that, then they'll have to say, hey, Alexa, if you wouldn't mind, please take your feet off the furniture. We have a bowling alley on campus, so they can come. Our students with availability each get one free game per day. So when we get back to campus, we know that those balls will be rolling again. I would recommend that students also consider getting a student engagement grant with our department. There are so many ways to be involved and engaged, and you're going to meet so many people. It's just a plethora of opportunities, and student life is the place.
And so what advice do you have for students that are new or that would be new to the college? Any piece of wisdom for them that may be hesitant or a little shy in joining one of these activities that you have mentioned?
Yes. Once we get back to campus, the first thing I would recommend is coming to the Student Center desk, either at the MLK campus in the Turbine or at the Southwest campus in Building 1, Wing D. And that is because you're going to get to meet people right away. We have people who come to the student center and they just kind of sit there. They don't know anyone, they don't talk to anyone, but my staff knows to walk around, to introduce themselves, to ask them would they like to fill out the QEP for the week, or ask them if they'd like to have their free game of bowling. So we engage students on purpose so that they do feel more comfortable, so that they realize that student life is the heart of the campus. So it's always a place to come. If you're not sure where to go, come to Student Life, to that front desk, and we can answer your questions, give you a map. And we've also done similar things during the start of the semester when we have our welcome tents. So our job really is to make our students feel comfortable, to make them feel like they're at the right place at the right time. Now, if we see somebody playing pool too much, or in the bowling alley, and we're wondering, are you supposed to be in class right now? Then we will encourage them to make sure that they know, because our mantra is academics come first. You can be in a number of activities, but if you don't have the mandated GPA to participate, you cannot. You'll just be on the sidelines. So we encourage them, we provide the resources that they need, whether sending them to the advocacy center, sending them to tutoring, all over campus. We know there's an academic side and there's a student success side, but we really are on the same team and we have the same goals, and that is student success and student retention and completion.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing. Can you talk to us a little bit about your experience in college? What activities were you a part of? What organizations, and how did that elevate your college experience?
Yay! I had a fabulous time in college. I went to the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. I was a psych major and a soc minor. I joined the Black student government. In every dorm, there was Black Student Government Association, and mine was called USANIA, and I loved it. I joined an organization called the Omega Pearls, which is a little sister to Omega Psi Phi. I joined Delta Sigma Theta my last semester in college, and it has just been a life changer because I'm a third generation member and prepping my two daughters so that they can also join. And I just wanted to make sure that there were no strangers. You know, when I was in school, there were no cell phones. So if you were alone, you were just alone. Whereas now you can play a game or you can text or do whatever. So when I saw people that looked like they were alone and didn't have a friend, then I would go up to them, I would start talking to them, I would tell them, oh, did you know so-and-so is going on this weekend, to make sure that people have a good experience. When I worked at the University of the Incarnate Word, there was a student who the first 3 weeks of class sat in his car and ate lunch. You know what August in San Antonio is like. He didn't know anybody. He didn't have any friends. That same student ended up being the student body president while I was there. So you never know what potential people have. And sometimes somebody might just be waiting for you to come up to them and say, hey, have you ever thought about joining the Spirit and Pride crew or the Tiger Spirit Squad? So there's so many choices. I would encourage all students to not let anything or anyone get in the way of them accomplishing their goals. And if they need a pep talk, they need to come and see me, because I will get on them if they're not studying as they should. But everything that I would say to them would be in love and to just help them to make it through another day. Just make it through the day, do your best, ask for help, seek out the resources on campus like Math World. You can't make it without Math World. So just come to the Department of Student Life on either campus and we can give you a tour of our area, talk to you about what we have to offer, and to help you have a great experience.
Well, thank you, Dr. Mack, for sharing all this knowledge and wisdom with our students. We're so appreciative of you joining us today on The Connect.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of The Connect. We'll be sure to leave Dr. Mack's information in the description box. Be sure to follow us on social media and tune in to our next episode. We'll see you soon.